Like some of the scenes, like look, this is not even mess. Like Mark Wahlberg is talking to a plant, and he says there's a monologue of him talking to this plant, and this thing belongs in like a slapstick comedy, like some sitcom. It actually belongs in like a sitcom or a straight out and out comedy. Now you're saying, okay, maybe this is comic relief, but it's not really comic relief because the movie flips between, it's like schizophrenic. It flips between some of the most gory and harsh, violent things to the most out and out comedic stuff that you'll ever see. And they just put it back to back, and you're like, no, 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 M. Night, this is not irony and this is not like clever. It's just ridiculous because the audience don't know what to think. So therefore, when main characters die, you're just like, I don't even know what to feel because a second ago I was laughing. Now the person's dead and I don't even know what to think because I never even really had an opportunity to get to know this character. I don't really care about this character because the way the script is written, there isn't enough information about this person to really care about them. And second of all, the performances are weak. So because you've cast this movie the way you've cast it, it's not really working for me. Like I'm looking at it, I'm like, what? I don't look. I don't know what casting director worked on this thing, or what casting director chose that lady. But I would say a good 20, 20, 25, 20% of why the movie was bad was actually because of that co-star, the female actress in the thing. Because I was sitting there, I was like, wow, you know. And I'm like a M Night Shyamalan fan from the first two. Like I said, Sixth Sense was excellent, and I said Unbreakable to me is one of the best superhero films ever made that I've ever seen. So I'm not coming here with a bias against him. I'm actually trying. I've paid to watch. Wait, one, two. Okay, I missed Sixth Sense in the cinema, but I saw Unbreakable in the cinema, Village, and Now Happening. Three films I've gone to without reading reviews and just gone to watch of this guy's movies just to support his films and just to be like, you know what? I believe this guy's got talent. I believe this guy's got ability, and I'm gonna just keep giving him a chance because I know he's gonna come good sooner or later. Shocker, absolute shocker. And do you know what upset me the most? I was sitting at home watching Holland v France Euro 2008, right? And I've sat through some pretty boring matches, you know, in this tournament. So I was like watching this match. The match was going pretty well. It was 1-0 at halftime. And I had a choice to make. I was like, am I going to go and watch that happening? Or am I going to watch the second half of France v Holland? And I chose to go and watch the happening, which turned out to be one of the worst films that I've ever seen in a cinema. And the match turned out to be one of actually the best match of the whole tournament and one of the craziest matches there's been in a long time. Like some crazy, I was seeing, watching highlights. I'm like, I missed this match to go and watch that. So that just twisted the screw more. Anyway, that being said, you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys probably don't care about football if you're in the US or whatever. But look, man, that annoyed me a lot. All right? It annoyed me a lot. So I was just basically like running back from the cinema, like running my face off to try and catch highlights. I got back and I missed all the highlights, only saw like the goal reruns. I was like, well, what is this? Anyway, so the movie, right, has all this stuff. So you're watching this thing, and I got to the end. I was like, look, man, uh, I believe now that M Night should just go and chill. You know, I think it's from Pennsylvania or something. Go to Pennsylvania. I hear there's like a lot of like nice parks and like nice scenery there and everything. There's a nice place where you can go and just chill out. You know, catch some breeze. You know, some cool air and everything. I say, you know, M Night should just go and chill out, think about things. You know, probably. I mean, not even probably. I would just advise like, don't write any more of your own scripts. You know what I'm saying? Go and like get somebody else's script that's good that you didn't greenlight. Just go and get hired as a director. Like somebody else puts the package together, gets a script, casts the movie, gets the actors, and just hires you as a director. Because M Night to me is still an excellent director. This guy is still like one of the best directors in Hollywood, in my opinion. Director wise, like skills, raw talent. But this guy's screenplays are terrible nowadays. I don't know what's going on because he wrote Sixth Sense and Unbreakable, and Signs wasn't actually that bad. So I'm like, what is like? I don't understand how the movie I just watched came across an executive's table, and the executive said, "Ah, green light. We're going to put X million behind this." I don't understand because the basic storyline is like, I'll be like, are you serious? Like, you mean we're gonna actually make a full feature of that? Come on, man, give me something else. Like, that's what's shocking me. So I'm like, I don't know how he pulled that one off. I haven't seen Lady in the Water, so guys who've seen Lady in the Water, Talkback Senate, www.talkbackworld.net. Senate's there. If you think what I'm saying is ridiculous, get on the Senate. Tell me what you think. We're always there. Have hope the muck. You know where it's at. You know, tell me what you thought of that one, and what you think of this situation. Because for me, I cannot see anybody who watches The Happening and thinks it's good. All the reviewers and all those reviews that I saw, because I've seen a lot of people who said it's bad, but the reviewers who said this was good, it's frightening, and I was uneasy, but it's because there were a lot of like cheap thrills in it, or rather cheap frights, like things, boo, sudden things or like very gruesome things that you're like, okay, obviously anybody's going to be like horrified at seeing some of the stuff that happens, you know, basic things like that. But on a real level, it's like, this is scary. Yeah, I suppose if you talk about people dying, you're going to be afraid. If you just random deaths and stuff is going to be scary to that degree. But like, The Mist, go and watch The Mist. Now that's real horror. And that's skillful, well made horror that nobody knows about, hasn't got the hype of The Happening or whatever, and very few people have seen, and came up pretty recently. The Mist. 20,000 times better than The Happening. And probably a lot of you guys will not have seen The Mist in the cinema and may not have seen this movie. Stephen King movie directed by Frank Darabont, Stephen King story. Watch that movie. Please, guys, I'm just telling you that, look, you know what? I wouldn't advise you to go and watch Happening. I wouldn't advise you to go to the cinema to watch because there's no point. It's like the movie was just, it was a shocker. It is worse than Adventures of Pluto Nash. Yes, I said it. The Merc said so. I saw Adventures of Pluto Nash in the cinema and I consider that one of the worst films I've ever seen. This film was actually worse than Adventures of Pluto Nash. Now, that is a serious statement, and I made that statement. Quote me. Second of all, this movie made me think about whether it was worse than Battlefield Earth. And I saw Battlefield Earth in the cinema as well. It made me think about it. Now, anybody who's seen Battlefield Earth, any movie that makes you think, was this worse than Battlefield Earth? Okay, it wasn't worse than Battlefield Earth. Nothing is. But I thought about it. The fact I thought about it should make you understand the levels to which this movie was operating at. Guys, that is all I've got to say. All I can say is The Happening, I wish it never happened. Bay out, Spielberg in.